Hello, I'm in Stillwater today.
Hello, Dave.
Hello.
World headquarters, Think, Minnesota.
Hmm.
Podcast 28, my favorite number.
Podcast 28. Why? Because you loved being 28 years old.
No, when I was little, I actually got a BC Lions Canadian football jersey, game worn. Um,
And it
Larry
was number
Crawford, it was
and it
number
was number
28.
28.
Yep, been my favorite number since. I was little.
You were just a widow one.
Bright orange with just
Nice.
simple white. Yep. So,
Okay.
yeah, how are you? Besides,
I'm frazzled because I had an issue on the way down and I was on the phone and I'm tired of getting tickets while I'm talking in my car.
you got a ticket?
I've had to.
What kind of ticket?
Talking on the phone while driving.
So holding the phone, you mean?
Yes, it's like go stop a real criminal. I'm so sorry.
Oh, okay, distracted driver. Why can't you get a Bluetooth?
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
It's all
All right. I got one. Did I tell you coming
right.
back in May? Coming back from North Carolina?
Crazy. One of my friends got one talking on the phone sitting in a parking lot because he was in his car and the car was running.
Sure. Yeah.
I'm
Well,
like, really?
yeah. I got one. So my ticket, did I tell you about this?
No, but we don't want to bore our poor
They
viewers.
want to know about our brush with the law because
Oh
as
gosh.
high level realtors, we need to be forthcoming.
Well, my nickname
I
in college was Cop Magnet.
was what?
Cop Magnet.
Oh. I haven't had one forever. No, I State Patrol was behind me, no big deal. I wasn't doing anything. Got up
Hmm.
the interstate and then all of a sudden lights came on and she was very nice.
Hmm.
She's like, "Did you see the stop sign?" And I was like, "Nope. I thought I was in a roundabout." She's like, "Anything else to say?" I was like, "Nope. Guilty." I was
Oh
like,
my
I
God.
literally thought I had the right of way. Like if
Did
there
she
was
give you a
nothing,
ticket?
she did.
Rude.
So I mean, whatever. I did it. It was a Labor or a Memorial Weekend. I get it. I mean,
All
I
right.
there was no one around, but it is what it is, right?
All
So,
right.
anyways, so
Did you have a busy weekend? I had three open houses this weekend and every one of them was busy.
we
But I don't have an offer, so heh.
we had an interesting weekend. We had some buyers. One buyer decided that he couldn't afford the house. We had another buyer who wrote an offer, rescinded their offer. We had the sellers on both of these.
Hmm.
Well, the one we had, I guess both. So that was interesting. We got some new listings coming on. We had some closings, and yeah, it was busy. I mean, it wasn't swamped, but it was
Okay.
really interesting. I can't talk about it much, but I was at a house on Saturday.
Hmm.
Very unique house. There's a story. I'll tell you more when we're
Okay.
active.
All right.
Never been in a house like this.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Was it underground? Was it a yurt?
No, well, yurt's above ground, but no,
I
I've
know,
done,
but
I've done an
it
earth
was two
dome.
questions. Was it underground?
No,
Was it a yurt?
no. A yurt would not qualify for any type of traditional
No.
lending.
All right.
But I've been in an underground house. Hated it. It was so wet. It was so damp. It was
Ugh.
so, you know where it was? It was by where you go up on the North Shore.
Ugh.
Yeah, I didn't know
Ugh.
there was any houses up there.
No.
So,
All
anyways,
right. Are you going to try to
I
take me down again today? You love
no,
humiliating the
I've
public.
been thinking a lot. I listened to a very interesting comment podcast, and it talked about the role of a broker.
Okay.
No, the role of the brokerage
Mm-hmm.
and an agent, but more importantly, what role does the brokerage
Mm-hmm.
have to your client?
Well, I mean, you're a broker.
No, but it's
So,
not it's not broker. So Southern.
okay. So my opinion is the role of a brokerage to my client is the reality. If I'm a listing agent and I have my sign panel in the yard with my name on it and my phone number, because I work for said brokerage and brokerage broker is said person, that person. is literally as much connected. They're the agent. I'm pretty much the sub agent. They're directly connected.
But yet no one from Sotheby's and Broker X, I don't know your broker's name, they never reach out to the client in any capacity. They never send an email. They
Nope.
never do an introduction. They never say,
Nope.
thank you for working with us. Thank you for closing with us. Anyways, the
But
conversation,
that's just the way it is.
right.
And so,
But this
um,
person's thought was, we are going to see a lot of contraction in the industry.
okay, I'm gonna
We
go
are
move to a different spot.
could have been on earlier and got this figured out by now, but no,
Well, I
getting
decided that I
speeding
wasn't gonna
tickets.
bother I
You're
decided that I
getting
wasn't gonna
speeding
bother.
tickets, running red lights, and robbing banks.
I just decided that I wasn't gonna bother my coworkers in the
I'm just
office,
kidding.
and I would go someplace more private.
There you go. All right. So what I was saying was this person's opinion was that with all the contraction going to happen in business,
Mm-hmm.
whether it's the lender, the originator, the title, the real estate, that his opinion was he thinks the brokerages, not broker, brokerages, will get more involved to the client.
Hmm. Interesting.
So
I don't agree.
you don't agree that that will happen?
No, I
Why?
just because say for example, you are with ABC Realty in
They're good.
Minneapolis,
They're
and
really
I
good.
know ABC Realty in Minneapolis has 350 agents in the office, and it business is going to continue being you are as the seller or the buyer, you are going to continue to work with your agent that you've signed a contract for, either to list your house or to be a buyer representative with your realtor. If you have a problem with your realtor and you can't resolve it, they will pick up the phone and call your broker.
Talking about
Just,
two different things, though.
but I'm just saying, if you're under representation as a listing agent or as a buyer representation agent, I don't see brokers, you, Mr. Broker, getting involved in everybody's transactions. It's just too much.
Again,
You work,
not getting involved in the transaction, and it's not the broker, it's the brokerage. Your person, your broker, whatever their name is,
yeah,
Bob. Bob
yeah.
Bob is not the end all with Sotheby's. Is not the CEO, the FO, the BO, the
No,
C.
but he is the end all because the buck stops there.
But
If
you're
somebody,
talking about legality. What this person, I want to make sure. I'm not arguing this point. I want to make sure that the point's getting made.
I
What
don't even
they,
know where you're going.
okay, well, hear me out before you throw me under the bus.
Okay.
This person's comment was that they predict that the brokerages
Hmm.
will get more involved with reaching out to the client, your client, with a welcome or a thank you or a we appreciate your business aspect. Because they are saying now that, if you think about it, we traditionally at some point share our seller or our buyer's email with the brokerage because we
Hmm.
record that.
Hmm.
They can see that because of e-signings, that they think that they will have an opportunity to reach out and thank them and solidify the brand or subsidiaries of their brand.
Hmm. I hear what you're saying. I'm following you more. I still don't agree. And it's because we are not employees of our brokerage. We are 1099 independent contractors. We run an independent business in that brokerage under that umbrella. I can see maybe Redfin doing that because they're actually W-2 employees, or maybe Open Door, but I don't see that happening because that would be like, I don't, I just personally don't see that happening. Why, if you do see it happening, or the person that talked with you about that, why would that be a possible good thing for anybody?
I think so. Let's be full transparency to people that are listening and watching.
Yeah, yeah,
We
yeah.
have 16 people in our brokerage.
Okay.
I'm not that 350, that 400, that 1,000. I'm not a high agent count brokerage, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So I'm going to suspend me being owner, broker of a small family owned 16 people. I'm going to go, let's say I'm a national brokerage, okay?
Okay. Uh-huh. Like ABC.
Yep, which is way better than XYZ, light and day, opposite ends of the spectrum. If I'm owner, brokerage, principal, something of ABC,
Hmm.
statistically, you're not going to be with me in a year. Statistically, you're not going to be in the business in a year.
Okay.
Statistically, if I have 1,000 agents, 72% are going to do zero business this year.
Hmm. This year that we're in?
This year, 72% is the latest number that agents are at zero
Really?
nationally. Yep.
Okay.
So if I, as owner of a big company,
Hmm.
if I'm playing the odds, I want to expand our brokerage as a entity. Again, I want to get the repeat. If statistically 72% of agents aren't going to do a deal this year, well, how many of those have past clients? How many of those have a database? We've talked about over the 27 episodes having a database, reaching out. Is it your Sphere? Is it
Hmm.
drip campaigns? Is it Zillow? Is it whatever?
Hmm.
As a whole, let's say that I'm Mr. NASDAQ and I own stock.
Hmm.
I don't trust you to keep in touch with your clients. So I'm going to do an introduction. I'm nervous that agent isn't going to do anything, or you
Hmm.
go to XYZ company.
Hmm.
You
Interesting.
now take your data with. And what they're saying is that they think this person's opinion, which I found fascinating, was that they think that brokerages are going to not get in the transaction, are not going to meddle, but you're going to see introductions, you're going to see
Hmm.
follow-up. So they
Interesting.
used Redfin and CoStar and all those where they bought Redfin. So now they have the fourth biggest website for buyers.
Okay.
They now bought Mr. Cooper, which
Yep.
is the loan originators,
Hmm.
meaning that they process and hold the loan and take your monthly payment.
I'm familiar with Mr. Cooper.
And what they are saying is that they now are going to treasure that data that
Hmm.
you've worked with Peggy Smith at peggysmithgmail.com.
Hmm.
And they're going to reach out to Peggy because they don't know if you're going to say, Peggy, we really appreciate your business. We hope your house is working out. Did you know
I
we can
think that's a
help you?
fascinating thought.
We can help you with refi. We can help you with this. We can help you with this.
Oh,
So, and oh, by the way, there's enough data out there. Maybe they don't even mention you. Because again, this is an afterthought. This is a happy anniversary. This is a happy holiday. This is a July 4th, thank you for everyone that served, independence, whatever.
hmm.
I think it's an interesting concept that's skipping the 1099 person, not stealing the person because you're
Well,
not
I think this is crossing a very, very, very fine line because if I, as agent A, in this company have 350 people in my database, that's my sphere of influence. And if the broker takes that database without asking my permission and communicates with a seller or a buyer in any way that brings business in that doesn't come to me, that is problematic. And I would tell any
But why
agent
are they
that,
stealing? First of all, they wouldn't
but
be
but I
necessarily
would tell
doing
any
that.
agent whose company does do that, I would say you need to leave immediately.
Why? They're not
Because
stealing. They're not. They're saying, "Hey, we
if
do."
somebody came into your house and took your database without your authorization and communicated with all your clients and took them to buy a transaction without you, you would be okay with that?
I think you're going from A to Z.
I do that a lot.
No kidding. The point being,
But I mean, I
but
think
the
that's
point being
already,
is that you're not a lender.
I know, but I think that's already happening because if the lender does a transaction with Billy Bob, because I referred Billy Bob to that lender to do a transaction and they got that person across the finish line with a loan, that lender has every right to keep in touch with
Hey,
that
time
client.
out. You're missing what I'm talking about, though, being big. When I mean big, I mean, and my example was the same company that owns title, that owns lender, that owns the brokerage.
Are we talking Zillow?
No, I'm talking, I could throw in 12
Well, I mean,
names.
we know a company in the Twin Cities that has all that stuff.
So again, the concept isn't about taking your business. The concept is keeping the business. And also, because if you're not staying in touch or you get out of the industry,
Mhm.
if, what do they say? They say something about 80% of the clients can remember their agent's name,
Right,
but less than 20 reuse their agent.
right. But I think that's already happening because big companies are already doing radio commercials. They're already doing television commercials. That's why they're doing that.
I just think it's an interesting step because I think if I was an agent, personally, I'd be okay with that because it's
Hmm.
another touch with Sotheby's, Think Minnesota, ABC, XYZ. It's another touch of branding that is getting done. So I'm
Well,
opposite of you.
one of the largest
Now, if they're saying, hey, I know you use Mike, we would love to help you with your new purchase and we want you to use Kelly,
Mhm.
that I have an issue with.
Exactly. Well, one of the largest brokerages in the world doesn't even spend money on advertising anywhere.
Okay.
You know who I'm talking about. We were both at that company.
Yes.
They don't spend any money on advertising because that CEO says it's your business, it's your database, you do it. Um, the big balloon company, big red companies, I mean, Remax does advertising, Coldwell Banker does advertising, Edina Realty does advertising. Um, my company that the company that I have my license with, they do a ton of online
Let me ask you a question.
stuff.
Let me ask you a
But
question.
yeah,
You're a company that has a brokerage title, you have the lender, right?
no, we don't have that.
No, you are, hypothetically.
Oh, okay.
They can spend $10,000 a day advertising in a community
Hmm.
to get the new loan,
Right.
or they can spend $10,000 a day keeping the business they have and promoting new business. They're going to go after the new business. That is why
Yeah.
in your database, past clients
Hmm.
and their referral outweigh a cold, a Zillow, a possible connection.
100%.
So they are in essence trusting that you've done a great job.
Hmm.
You've got them from, I'm thinking of buying to a set of keys, or I'm thinking of selling to a check.
Hmm.
They're saying, don't forget about us.
Right.
And we appreciate your business.
Okay.
I think it's a fascinating concept.
I
Obviously, you
do.
and I somewhat disagree.
Yeah, but what's new? We do that a lot. You're much more cerebral than me. I'm very, I go from 0 to 60 really fast, like you said. I go from
What's
A to
funny
Z.
about you is that you always talk about the non-emotional zone and you go right into the emo. You like Olympic cliff dive into the ocean and worry what's down there.
I'm like an Olympic cliff diver.
So
Oh,
you're
that's
like
so funny.
instantly running. Oh, by the way, I saw a donkey this weekend. I couldn't get to it. It's a long story, but
I love donkeys.
I
Oh my
know.
gosh.
Um,
I almost sent you a video last night because there was this really funny video where there were some barnyard animals behind the fence. The fence was electric, kind of like the one that I almost touched when I first
right.
met Little Donkey. And I said, "Ooh, electric fence." But this dog on a leash accidentally went too far and his little head hit the electric fence. And so the dog just freaked out because he got buzzed. Not zapped, but he
Yeah.
got buzzed. And the dog just flipped out and the other animal on the other side of the fence, it was a donkey. And the donkey was laughing. Like the donkey was making donkey sounds, but it was just like, oh my God, the donkey is laughing at that dog. I think nature and animals are absolutely fascinating. And the more I pay attention to things like that, I think it's fascinating, but I love donkeys. And
So
then there was
you
this other thing that I saw where a mom who had a donkey gave the donkey a new toy. And
the
every,
chicken, right?
yeah, the
Yeah, we've
rubber
seen that. Yeah, I
chicken.
love
And
that.
the donkey loves the chicken
My
and
brother loves those
squeezes
chickens.
it.
Yeah, we get him one for Christmas every
It's
year.
like giving a dog a squeaky toy. That
Yeah.
donkey loved that rubber chicken.
Yeah, and then the littler sizes, they're more high pitched than the deeper ones. The bigger. Yeah.
I wonder if I should go visit Little Donkey.
Okay, back to me.
What?
So basically you're saying that you agree with me 100%. No, that's not what you're saying.
I actually disagree with you 100%, but that's okay.
I think
I would be
you,
really, really upset if that was happening in my brokerage. I would be like, get out of my business.
hmm.
But that's okay. I mean, if my company did a commercial,
But you know though as agents, right? This is one thing that I preach.
mhm,
I want our agents to have their own database,
mhm,
meaning that if they decide to leave or get out of the business,
mhm,
I'm not stealing that.
right. That's like some
I
agents that leave, if you're ready to leave a brokerage, if there happen to be any agents listening here, if you are planning on leaving your brokerage, download your database out of your brokerage's system immediately before you leave. Because if you leave and you don't do that, they don't have to give it to you if it's in their system.
why
You
don't they
see?
have to give it to you?
Because it belongs to them.
But earlier you said that the lead belonged to you. See?
I
Got
no,
ya,
no, no.
caught.
I'm
Crap.
just
Box. You see what this is? You've walked into a box. Do you feel bad?
you are a horrible human. Okay, I was gonna tell you something, and now you've gotten me so upset that I can't even think straight. Oh, there was something really, really oh, I know what I was gonna tell you. Tomorrow,
Tuesday.
I'm actually going to an event at our old place because they're going to be talking about geographic farming. And it's fascinating because um, I sent out a postcard to a neighborhood for, I mean, I got a phone call. So we do as agents need to keep in touch with people, but I have to also go back and say, really seriously, honest to goodness, this year, 70% of the realtors are not going to do a transaction
Seventy-two,
or have not done one yet.
72% of agents this calendar year that are licensed nationally are at zero.
You know what's crazy about that? I've been told that this year has been more challenging than last year. Is that true? Do you see that same data? Because last year I had
Absolutely.
one.
Absolutely, I do.
Really?
Yeah, data wise, absolutely. I mean, we've
Okay.
had record cancellation of the purchase agreements,
Hmm.
all-time record. We've had days on market are up. So all the indicators, if you are a seller,
Hmm.
are not in your favor, except one, average price. Average price is still up.
But you have to wait longer.
Yep. So from a seller standpoint, all the indications are that everything is not in your favor. There's more inventory, days on market, everything, the number of buyers, the number of, there's a stat out there that indicates how many people have applied for a loan
Mhm.
and they use that. Like what's the one business
And
like
is that down too?
that's down to right now? So
So
everything is out there except the seller, the overall average of sold price is up.
in your data number crunching, have you also noticed that sectors of the listings are slower than others, like say townhouse, condo versus single family?
I don't have enough, we don't do enough in those spheres to get a great look. What I do a ton in is land. Land is not moving right now. It's very slow. It's very, I'm going to go see it on a week Thursday. I'm going to go walk. I mean, the weather's been horrific. You're either getting smoked out by the Canadian fires,
Hmm.
you're in a monsoon,
Hmm.
or there's no wind and it's like 14,000% humidity. I mean, it is not user friendly to go walk a property right now of anything over, 5 acres.
You need to get yourself a little motorcycle, a dirt bike.
Goggles. I just want to get a sidecar. I could work there on my phone and have somebody else drive.
I want to be in the sidecar. I want you to drive me around.
Hmm. Okay, so let's recap. You're in a box.
Ugh. Is this rapid fire?
No,
You got me in a box. You want to shut the lid.
I did
All
not
right.
get you in a box. I opened the box and you walked right into it.
Oh, geez. Okay.
All right. Last question I have for you. Right now, where are you getting all your leads? Oh, let me go back. You had talked about like reaching out to clients. I had called you Friday, Thursday, whatever day it was. One of my clients watches our podcast. They told me about it. I was
Mhm.
at a signing with them.
Mhm.
This is a client that I had worked with on and off, had numerous conversations with him,
And now they want to work with me.
and now they're going to go to you. No. Um, but it does work. It does. And you know what? I loved every interaction with them
Mhm.
because they were knowledge driven. There was other reasons for them to sell, I'm sure. I don't ask those questions typically. Um, I really enjoyed the transaction
Mhm.
because it was so organic.
Okay.
We never ran into a situation where when they say, "What do you think that I need to worry about?" Is it coming off as I don't care?
Hmm.
Or is it coming off, I care too much, do this, I get a check? Like it
Hmm.
was just right down the middle. It was multiple offers, pros and cons,
Interesting.
and how should we do it? How should we come in with the price? How should we list it? What is the storyline? What is like everything about it?
So basic nuts and bolts.
Yeah, and I love those.
I do too.
So,
It sounded like you had basic nuts and bolts, but you had an engaged person that you were working with that was invested in figuring out how to do things the best way. They weren't bucking you on every little thing.
And I don't mind the bucking. I want people to understand what they're doing. I want
Hmm.
people to understand. We had one today.
Hmm.
Got
I mean,
five
I don't mind the
options.
bucking either, unless they put me in a double bind. Double binds are bad.
Is that one of these? Like a double box?
Yeah, that's like what you always do to me. You put me inside
You
these
walk right into it.
boxes.
All right. Well, let me know tomorrow if you need help getting out of the box. You'll want to read or rewatch this because
Not
you
even one.
said don't have any of your buddies watch this because they're going to go, Mike, you walked right into that.
Oh my God, this is so funny. You got to give me at least one rapid fire. Come on, come on, come on.
Stay fair, yes or no?
Yes.
Oh, we are so opposite. Favorite. I would not even want to get to the other.
My parents had a restaurant there my entire life growing up. So, I mean, I'm the fair's in my blood.
Okay. Favorite.
I didn't go, you know what? I didn't go last year, which is highly, highly, highly unusual. But I am going this year for sure.
I will say this, and my kids aren't big fair people, but we've gone. I had this conversation with them, and they're older now, so they can take it the right way.
Hmm.
Going to the fair without kids
Hmm.
is so different than going to the fair with kids. And it obviously depends on their ages.
True.
It
But
is night and day. It is pure hell
yeah,
on one end, and it's
yeah.
somewhat enjoyable the other way. Um,
I've gone to the fair with other people's families and kids over the course of the time my kids were growing up. And there are some people when they go to the fair that all they want to do is be in the midway and spend money on rides and things like that. Now, because I grew up in the fair with my parents' restaurant that was down by all the barns, I and my wife took our kids into all the barns. And I mean, by the time city kids, not all city kids, but my city kids just loved the horses, the cows, the pigs, the chickens, the sheep. And I mean, that takes hours and it's free and it's educational. So we
free.
we take well, it's not free to get in, but it's not free, but it's free to go into the barn and look at the animals and and see a calf be born or go and watch the 4-H kids show their sheep or show their pig with their little sticks. It's fascinating. So I love that aspect of the fair.
Favorite food?
Corn,
Okay.
and I love the fresh squeezed lemonade.
Okay.
Um, I love being up at oh, I gotta take this call. It's a
Oh,
seller.
sorry. Look at the time. Bye, Dave.
I gotta take this
Bye.
call. It's a seller.
Bye.
Ciao, ciao.